Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw that there is a new hands-on video with Ninja Gaiden 4 from Gamespot. So today what I wanted to do was jump in and check it out with you guys. So sit back, relax, grab your snacks. As you guys know, I'm really excited for this game to come out. I have been playing Ninja Gaiden Ragebound as well. So if you guys want to see some content around that, let me know. But without further ado, we're going to jump into this hands-on video. A little
Since its announcement earlier this year, Ninja Gaiden 4 has seemingly met just as much skepticism as excitement.
Yo, this actually looks really good.
Yes,
I think this is our first time seeing the entire UI and everything.
Have a new Ninja Gaiden. But with Team Ninja and Platinum Games collaborating on its development and Microsoft publishing,
and it's showing how much karma we get for each and every combo and each technique.
There's no denying that some of what makes Ninja Gaiden such a beloved series are the
I like the whole like sci-fi futuristic look of it.
More often than not, these are the very same friction-inducing qualities that are promptly removed when a series is remade or rebooted.
This is true. She was talking about the camera, by the way.
Each and every one of these qualities prevent the game from evolving or becoming
Bro, Ryu looks insane.
Point. After spending around 4 hours with Ninja Gaiden 4 and speaking with the team behind it at Platinum Games Tokyo office, to a preliminary conclusion. More so than previous entries in the series, Ninja Gaiden 4 emphasizes flexibility.
Right?
If you're a Ninja Gaiden veteran who loathes the idea of executing perfect dodges,
Yakumo can do an Izuna drop too?
The game's scoring system players for executing combos. Rack up in the top left corner, you can either ignore or remove all of it. At the same time, these options an impressively robust
I probably will remove it just for like
mode, which auto blocks
I like the clean look.
Damage, make the game extremely approachable.
But see down in that left-hand corner, it looks like that's where all of our skills, and you can quickly switch your weapons.
Master Ninja mode is brutal, with higher difficulties bringing increased enemy intelligence and toughness, as well as more challenging enemy staging. However, the existence of one mode of play doesn't negate the existence of the other, and thus Ninja Gaiden 4 feels wonderfully malleable. In a way, this design choice reflects a larger theme in Ninja Gaiden 4, the merging of the old and the new. Ninja Gaiden 4 makes a very conscious effort to respect longtime fans, former protagonist Ryu Hayabusa, and Team Ninja's original vision. At the same time, the introduction of Platinum Games as a co-developer, new protagonist Yakumo, and a vastly expanded toolkit
these Izuna drops are going to be so clean.
In fact, a reinvention. And though this has always been the case with the Ninja Gaiden series, even 4's setting, which sees cyberpunk elements and traditional Japanese qualities come together to form a moody cyber ninja dystopia, exemplifies this dynamic. Yet despite Ninja Gaiden being known for its brutality, this collision isn't violent. Instead, all these different components complement.
It looks like it's going to be fluid.
Highlight what each aspect brings to the game. This dynamic is perhaps most obvious when switching between the game's main characters, Yakumo and Ryu.
Now, I wonder how that system is going to work. Like, can we just do it at any point?
Older Ryu controls.
Oh, shit.
While he and Yakumo are similar mechanically and can even execute some of the same moves, there are clear distinctions in how they control.
I love that.
Yakumo feels lighter, faster, and dare I say, a bit edgier thanks to his Blood Raven form and ability to enter a berserk state. Ryu, on the other hand, packs a harder punch, feels more professional and precise,
he's the master ninja.
Some of his classic ninpo arts in lieu of a new winged form.
Perfect.
Added to the sense that he truly is a master ninja at this point.
Exactly. Come on.
The major difference between Yakumo and Ryu that reinforces these design principles is
the gore, the action looks like it's gonna be peak.
Yakumo has a handful of weapons to choose from.
I'm liking the way that weapon switching looks.
We were introduced to Yakumo's drill weapon, which allows him to plunge into enemies and, well, drill. It's silly, satisfying, and like I said, he's certainly the edgier of the two, so it tracks. Another reason why Yakumo has multiple weapons, however, is simply because he is Ninja Gaiden 4's primary protagonist. So don't expect the same level of treatment.
I'm not against it, but you know,
for both characters.
As long as I get enough playtime with Ryu, I'm here.
You will be able to
also want to
play
see some of the Kunoichi as well.
Fortunately, during my preview, Platinum took the liberty of unlocking the game's chapter challenge mode, meaning I got to take both Yakumo and Ryu through the handful of included chapters, challenges, and boss fights.
Oh, that's
Doing
sick.
so further drove home the differences between Yakumo and Ryu. As with Ryu,
And that parry is crazy. Y'all see that?
Quickly, but with Yakumo, I had
and
more
a perfect
combo
dodge
building.
animation.
Both characters felt equally viable and fun to use, hopefully meaning that players won't dread playing through chapters that are initially bound to a certain character.
Oh my god.
After going through the game's first chapters and completing a few challenges, I opted to face off against two of Ninja Gaiden 4's first bosses, a lightning sword-wielding commander and the Kitsune courtesan. Though neither one was abnormally brutal, both offered up the same vital lesson. Unless you're playing on hero mode, you cannot get through this game if you are just button mashing.
Right.
Whereas the fights your ninjas stumble into can be overwhelming thanks to the sheer number of strong and intuitive enemies tossed your way, these bosses were overwhelmingly
So I'm seeing the like flash effect for like where you have to dodge. I wonder if there's gonna be one for wait, he just sort of fought through that one. I wonder if there's gonna be one for like a perfect parry. I love the way this boss
looks. I had a great time
looks.
with both of these enemies. Each felt appropriately challenging on normal difficulty and were immensely satisfying to take down. That said, traversing my environment while doing so was not always as enjoyable. Due to Ninja Gaiden 4's arena sizes, I frequently found myself a bit annoyed as I tried to grapple to safety, only to be just out of reach of one of the designated
I don't know, y'all. It
grappling
seems like the
areas.
camera is still
Granted,
gonna do
some of this
camera
could be
things.
attributed to user error, and larger arenas are necessary considering Platinum naturally adds some of its iconic bullet hell style combat.
I was just about to say I did notice some of that
in the
from
fight.
this like
That said,
this
it still
fight
felt
reminds
a
me
bit
of the
stilted to me and made
circus
traversal feel
from
slightly
Nier
less
Automata.
fluid. The locations I explored in Ninja Gaiden 4 didn't vary too much from one another visually. All of them were set in a rain-drenched dystopian Tokyo
the look of
and
this
lean
movement.
into cyberpunk visuals, complete with shadows, grime, and neon lights. That said, and although I would have loved to see variation in environments,
Oh, we
to
got
help
some
break
grinding.
things up a
This
bit,
reminds
those
me of
included in
Sonic
the
Adventure
previews
2
were
Battle.
striking and featured plenty of cinematic
This looks like
imagery
Space
and
Colony
interesting
Arc,
set
doesn't it?
pieces, such as the gargantuan floating dragon skeleton that ensnares the city. I was ultimately reassured by both the introduction of traditional Japanese elements as the story unfolds and the game's directors that not all of Ninja Gaiden 4 will take place in Tokyo's gritty underbelly.
Okay.
According to Hirayama, Yakumo and Ryu will get the chance to dismember their enemies in more natural environments too. That being the case, I'm certainly excited to see more of Ninja Gaiden 4's Tokyo. But what I'm most anticipating about its full release is something the Ninja Gaiden series isn't typically praised for: its story and characters. It's still early days, but I am intrigued by the story Ninja Gaiden 4 is setting up. Though nothing of particular interest happens in the game's first chapter, which it should
I remember
be noted
seeing
is
this in the
same
trailer
one
and
that
I
was revealed
freaked
during
out.
This year's Summer Game Fest. Ninja Gaiden's prologue establishes several fun relationship dynamics. For starters, Yakumo is a member of the Raven Clan, a rival clan to Ryu's.
I was about to say, I don't think we ever heard of the
Things are
Raven
further
Clan
complicated
before.
when we discover that in the 7 years since Ryu essentially failed to completely kill the dragon whose corpse hangs over Tokyo and causes the city's blighted reign, he has since aligned himself with the Divine Dragon Order, the Raven Clan's sworn enemy. As such, when Ryu and Yakumo finally meet, it seems likely it will be as enemies. The prologue also introduces us to Ninja Gaiden 4's main heroine, the Dragon Priestess
Still got great
Sayori.
physics.
It took me all of one scene to completely adore her and the dynamic she has with Yakumo. Whereas Yakumo is quiet, edgy, and serious, Sayori is filled with confidence, charm, and humor, making
love her
their
already.
first pairing excruciating for him, even if she is exceptionally pretty. On the surface, their relationship feels a lot like Cloud and Aerith's from Final Fantasy VII.
That's cute.
So naturally, I'm eager to see where things go. Fortunately for me and all of you extremely patient Ninja Gaiden fans,
We have been really
much
patient, but
longer to
low
see
key,
how
they have been
things play
feeding
out.
us really good this
Ninja
year.
Gaiden 4 is scheduled to release on October 21st and will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
We're gonna
If
be
you're
on
an
there day
Xbox
one,
Game
y'all.
Pass subscriber, Ninja Gaiden 4 will also be available to play at no additional cost on day one.
That's fire. Yo, I think that there's going to be a lot of good stuff in here. From what I'm seeing with the combat, it looks like it's going to be super engaging. I'm a huge fan of Platinum Games and what they do with action RPGs. If you guys know me, you know that I'm a huge fan of Nier. And to mix, I feel like this is going to be a perfect mix of the two. Ninja Gaiden, obviously the movement is there, the combos, the flashy moves, and then Platinum with like the parry mechanics, making those look flashy, the perfect dodges, those bullet hell bosses. I don't know. A lot of the times when I play Ninja Gaiden, I sometimes feel like the bosses are almost too easy once you get their pattern down, and there could always be like a little bit more. But let me know what you guys think about this first look here. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to hopefully see more. Hopefully we get a demo. Platinum, Microsoft, Team Ninja, what's up? You know, if you want to send your boy something a little early, feel free. I'll be more than happy to review it and show it off with you guys. But I would love to know your thoughts down below. So do me a big favor, comment down below. And while you're down there, do me another favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the Booty Bandits today, because we are on the road to 2,500 subscribers. Without further ado, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Peace. I'll see y'all real soon.